Hola, amigos. Luis's story. Hola, amigos. That's hello, friends in Spanish. Today, we are going to learn about Cuba. Cuba is an island in the Caribbean Sea that is about 400 miles south of the state of Florida. Cuba is the largest island in the Caribbean Sea. It is a long and narrow island. It stretches 750 miles from east to west, but is only 60 miles wide in most places. You could drive from one side to the other in about an hour. Cuba is home to about 11 million people, and the official language is Spanish. Because Cuba is an island, it is surrounded by ocean, and it is also home to many miles of beautiful beaches. Cuba is a green and beautiful country. High mountains and rolling hills cover about 1/3 of Cuba. The other 2/3 of the island are lowland plains used mainly for farming. One of the main things grown in Cuba is sugarcane, which is then exported all over the world. Many interesting creatures live in Cuba's thick forests. Most famous is the bee hummingbird, the world's smallest bird. Adult bee hummingbirds grow to only 2 inches, 5 centimeters long. The third smallest frog in the world is also native to Cuba. It measures less than half an inch. A mixture of native, African, and European influences in Cuba gives this island a lively culture that is known around the world. Cuba's history is reflected in its food, language, art, and most of all, its music. All year round, it seems as if bands are everywhere in the capital city of Havana. Unlike most countries in Latin America, Cuba's favorite sport is not soccer, it's baseball. Baseball came to Cuba from the United States in the 1860s. Many international baseball stars have come from Cuba, and the Cuban national team is one of the best in the world. Agua is the Spanish word for water. Accessing clean agua, or water, in Cuba is challenging. Climate change means hotter weather and less rainfall. Old, broken, and leaky agua pipes contribute to the agua shortage in Cuba. Even in cities where there is running agua, it only works for an hour or two a day, 1 or 2 days a week. In rural areas, getting clean agua is even more difficult. People have to walk long distances from their homes to get safe agua in big, heavy bottles to take home for drinking. Today, we'll hear the story of a boy who lives in Cuba and who has a very important job to help people in his community have clean agua. Let's get started. This is Luis. Luis lives on the green and beautiful island of Cuba. Luis is 8 years old and is in the 2nd grade at his school. Luis lives with his mom and dad and his grandfather and grandmother. Many children in Cuba live with both parents and grandparents. Luis loves to be able to help his grandparents every day. They help him with his schoolwork and they listen to the stories he writes. In school, Luis loves to read and write, and sometimes one of the teachers plays the guitar and the children sing. Luis wants to be a teacher when he grows up. There are many trees in Luis's yard. There are bananas, avocados, and mangoes. Luis loves to climb the trees and pick the fruits. Luis's father and grandfather have a small garden where they grow cucumbers and peppers. Many families in Cuba grow their own fruits and vegetables. Many families in Cuba ride bikes to school and work. Others ride in small boats or by horse-drawn carriages. But there are also lots of very old cars in Cuba, like this old blue one. Safe agua is a big problem in Cuba. Most families in Luis's village get their agua from a pipe in a yard that is connected to a well. The agua is not treated, which means it can be dirty and have germs and bacteria in it. Drinking contaminated agua can make people very sick. Chemicals and filters are needed to clean or treat agua, but those options are not available to most people in Cuba. Sometimes people boil their agua to try to kill some of the germs, but that uses lots of fuel, which is very expensive and doesn't kill all of the germs. Sometimes the water supply from the well is cut off, and there is no agua at all. There is not much bottled agua to buy in the stores, and it's too expensive for families like Luis's. Clean agua is very scarce in Cuba, and in many other parts of the world too. Do you know that 4 out of every 10 people in our world don't have enough safe water? But the good news is that Luis's church recently partnered with a church in the United States to build a Living Waters for the World agua purification system. Now Luis's village has safe, clean agua to drink. Many families go to the church to get clean agua. They stand in line to fill up their agua bottles. Luis's father and grandmother operate the system. Luis likes to help too by filling bottles with the clean agua. His grandmother also helps to teach the people to always use the clean agua for drinking, cooking, brushing teeth, and caring for babies. Luis is proud that his family is able to help the people of his village to be healthier by providing access to this good agua. After helping other people fill their bottles, Luis fills bottles for his own family and walks home carrying that heavy load. Thank you for helping your community get clean agua, Luis. It's been nice visiting with you today. Hasta luego. That means see you later in Spanish.